we'll be hoping he can build on what he's done so far, and come the summer, I'd imagine there'll be quite a few changes at Ibrox as well. As a number of first-team players right now who are out of contract and could potentially leave on free transfers.
And what about Lawrence Shankland? Of course, he's the man on everyone's lips at Ibrox. Of course, we believe that Rangers sent scouts over the weekend to watch him at Hearts. Do we think that he could leave? I mean, again, if a shock move happens, we'll have to wait and see in this January window. But is it looking more likely potentially that it's going to be happening in the summer if it is to happen?
Yeah, I think it's probably more likely now. It's so little time left in this window for a move to happen that Lawrence Shankland could be maybe on the move in the summer transfer window rather than now. Obviously, Rangers do have an interest in the Scotland international. He's had a great season for Hearts. Hearts are desperate to tie him down to a new contract. I've made him a couple of offers, but there's been no agreement as yet between Shankland and Hearts. Rangers are obviously sitting in the shadows ready to pounce for Shankland if he doesn't agree this new contract as well. But I don't think it'll happen this month because Hearts don't want to lose him, and they would price him out of a potential move because they would be looking at a huge fee for their captain and their top goal scorer this season. So I don't think Rangers could get to the numbers that Hearts would probably want to allow Lawrence Shankland to leave Tynecastle before the close of the transfer window.
Hearts have got nothing to gain by selling him in this window. I mean, the player's value is not going to go down between now and the end of the season. And, barring injury, the player's value is going to be exactly the same. Hearts stand absolutely nothing to gain by letting the player go now.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And one last player to talk about at Rangers, Pete, of course, Abdallah Sima. Is it likely then if they were to bring in Shankland, would they be able to bring in Sima as well? Could they bring in two, effectively one superstar at the club already and then another to come in? What would be the chances of that happening?
Yeah, obviously it's a deal that Rangers would like to do. Obviously it's a big blow for them now that he's picked up this injury away on international duty, so we might not see him again between now and the end of the season. So obviously that will come into Rangers thinking as well over his long-term fitness. But yeah, Shankland, if they do sign him next season, is going to cost a decent amount. And obviously slightly different players. Sima can play out wide or down the middle. But Brighton will be looking a decent fee for Sima. So a lot will depend on what the budget Rangers have got. If Rangers have Champions League football, that will obviously boost the transfer coffers for next summer. And that would increase their chances of maybe doing a double deal for Shankland and Sima. But yeah, it's definitely two deals that they would like to do, but a lot will come down to the budget. And again, we'll see what happens when Sima comes back from this injury and what Brighton want to do with him.
And if we wrap up now and talk about ones to watch potentially going into the summer, those names that haven't moved in this window or are unlikely to move at this point, but could potentially move in the summer. Paul, who have you got your eye on going into the summer transfer window that could potentially be on the move?
Well, it's always one to watch. I mean, it's an obvious one, isn't it? But it's Mbappe. I mean, where's he going to go? Where's he going to end up? I mean, it's the gift that keeps on giving, isn't it? I mean, he's a fantastic talent, one of the best that we'll ever see in our lifetime. But it's regarding speculation, regarding transfer fees, regarding presidents' egos. Presidents want to have the best player in the world. Owners wanting to have him. He's the gift that keeps on giving. And regardless of whether he signs a contract, whether he makes noises of wanting to leave a club, we will always speculate. And will that Real Madrid deal ever happen for him?
What do you reckon, Pete? If you had to make an early prediction, do you reckon he's Madrid bound in the summer? Is he going to be at PSG until 2031? What's the likelihood for him?
I think this is probably his last opportunity to go to Real Madrid. He's been flirting with it for quite a while now. You don't turn down Real Madrid twice, in my opinion. So I think if it's to happen, it's going to happen now. And he'll go as a free agent to Real Madrid. And it's probably the start of the new Galacticos era at Real Madrid when you've got Kylian Mbappe and Jude Bellingham in the same team. It's a formidable thought for Real Madrid fans and for the rest of Europe that those two could be in the same side come next season as well. So I think all signs should point to a move to Real Madrid, but we thought that before, and he did a U-turn and ended up staying at PSG as well. So who knows what's going on in Kylian Mbappe's head? Whoever offers the best deal, that's what Kylian Mbappe will do. And whether that's PSG or Real Madrid, we'll have to wait. But yeah, it's going to be another transfer saga this summer. What's going on with Kylian Mbappe? No doubts.
Yeah, I mean, not a bad pair that would be, Jude Bellingham and Kylian Mbappe. I don't think they do too badly in La Liga or the Champions League. They might do all right, I reckon.
You've just watched a segment from Football Insider's brand new podcast, The Inside Track, with me, Lewis Pearce, alongside the guests on the show. Thanks very much for tuning in. Please do give the video a like, comment your thoughts on the topic, and feel free to share on your social media pages. If you want to listen to the full podcast episode, click the link in the description below. Keep your eyes peeled for plenty more content and exclusives here on The Inside Track.